Silence. It's more than the absence of sound. It's a weapon, a force so profound that it can shake the foundation of those who underestimate its power. Silence can speak louder than words, and when wielded correctly, it can be your most potent ally. In a world that thrives on noise and chaos, silence becomes your greatest strength. Today, we talk about how to kill them, not with anger, not with shouting, but with your silence. The world expects reactions. Every insult, every critique, every attempt to provoke you is bait. People want to see you break, to see your emotions laid bare. But what happens when you give them nothing? Silence is unsettling. It forces the other person to confront their own actions, their own insecurities. Imagine someone hurling insults at you, expecting a fiery comeback. But instead of responding, you look them in the eye, unbothered, unshaken. That silence will echo louder than any retort. They will stew in their own words, left to wonder what you're thinking, why you aren't reacting. Because when you stay silent, you're saying you don't control me, and that terrifies people. In a society addicted to constant communication, text messages, social media posts, endless opinions, silence is rare. It's a disruption in the usual flow. When you choose to be silent, it's like hitting pause on the chaos around you. This doesn't mean you're weak. Quite the opposite. Silence shows restraint, discipline, and self-control. It shows that you're not easily swayed by external noise. You don't need to justify yourself to anyone. You don't need their validation. Remember this: the most powerful leaders, the strongest minds, they don't speak to prove themselves. They speak only when it's necessary. And when they do, their words carry weight, because silence has built the suspense. Silence can also be a form of respect to yourself. When you refuse to engage in meaningless arguments, petty drama, or toxic conversations, you're protecting your energy. Your silence says, I value myself too much to waste time on this. And over time, people notice. They start to respect the boundaries you set with your silence. They realize you're not someone to be easily provoked or manipulated. Silence, when used wisely, becomes a shield that protects you and a sword that strikes fear into those who misunderstand your power. The less you react, the more you teach others that your attention is valuable. That not everyone is entitled to your response. Silence doesn't mean inaction. It doesn't mean apathy. Sometimes it's the calm before the storm. When you remain silent, you're observing, analyzing, strategizing. You're not wasting energy in impulsive outbursts. Instead, you're focusing on what truly matters. Think about a heated argument. Two people yelling, neither listening. No one wins. But the person who stays calm, who listens without speaking, they're the ones in control. They're the ones who dictate the flow of the conversation. Even without saying a word, silence is a pause, a breath. It's the space where clarity emerges. It's where you plan your next move, where you decide what's worth fighting for and what's not. Silence is a test. In relationships, whether personal or professional, silence can reveal truths that words often conceal. When you step back and stop talking, stop engaging, you give the other person space to reveal their intentions. Will they fight for your attention? Will they respect your need for space? Or will they show their true colors when the noise fades? Silence can also heal. In conflicts, silence allows emotions to settle, perspectives to shift. It gives room for reflection, for understanding. But make no mistake, silence is not about ignoring people. It's about valuing the moments that truly deserve your voice. Critics thrive on reactions. When you respond to negativity, you're giving it power. But when you stay silent, you take that power away. Let your actions speak for you. Let your success be your response. While others waste their breath trying to tear you down, use that energy to build yourself. Remember, a lion doesn't turn around when a dog barks. Stay focused on your path and let your silence be the proof of your strength. Silence isn't about inaction. It's about choosing your battles wisely. It's about knowing when to speak and when to hold back. There's a time for silence and a time for action. When the time comes to act, let your actions be so powerful that they make up for every word you didn't say. Let your work, your achievements, your growth do the talking, because the world will always have opinions, always have noise, but your silence, coupled with decisive action, can drown it all out. Why does silence scare people? Because it's unknown. It's unpredictable. When you don't react, you force others to fill the void with their own thoughts, their own fears. They start questioning themselves. Did I go too far? Did I misjudge them? Silence is a mirror. It reflects their insecurities, their mistakes. It makes them uncomfortable because they can't control it. And in that discomfort, you find power. Killing them with your silence isn't about revenge. It's about rising above. It's about showing that you're untouchable, unbreakable. It's about proving that you don't need to fight every battle, that your energy is too precious to waste on meaningless conflicts. Let them talk. Let them speculate. Let them wonder. While they're busy trying to figure you out, you're busy building, growing, thriving. Because silence isn't weakness. It's strength. It's wisdom. It's power. So the next time someone tries to provoke you, remember this. You don't have to respond. You don't have to explain. Let your silence speak for you. Kill them with your silence and watch as they crumble under the weight of their own words.